truth is that expectation in marriage and relationships today are far higher and healthier than they were 3 decades ago. Back then, many couples stayed in unhappy or even abusive relationships simply because basic survival needs like food and shelter were met, and traditional roles were followed with husband as a main provider and in some cases the mother as a primary caregiver. There were little focus on mutual emotional support or personal growth. Today, relationships are built on a foundation of partnership and trust, where emotional intelligence and mutual respect are critical to sustain a healthy bonding. Couples now seek a deeper connection beyond mere survival, aspiring to genuine companionship and support, which requires intention and skill to maintain. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Devi Sundar, and in my channel, I talk about breath, mental health, and occupational well-being. And today in this video, I'm going to dive into a really important topic again, trust in romantic relationships. Whether you're in a love at first sight romance or an arranged marriage, trust plays a foundational role. Today, I'll be talking about the 3 C's of trust: character, competency, and consistency, which impacts the relationship. I'll also touch on how respect for each other's cultural background can strengthen or weaken that trust. Without any further ado, let's dive in. Let's start with character. In relationship, character is all about integrity, kindness, empathy, and respect. It's the core of trust because it reflects a person's true intentions and values. When character is strong, both partners feel respected and safe to be vulnerable. Let's take the case of Anita and Raj, who entered into an arranged marriage as strangers, carrying a distinct background and expectation into relationship. Anita comes from a well-supported family where her needs were consistently met, and she's unaccustomed to deal with a financial hardship. Raj, however, grew up in a poor household and has long been the primary breadwinner of his family from his early teenage years, supporting not only his parents but also the families of his brother and sister. His deep sense of responsibility for his childhood family has influenced his habits and decisions even now as he builds a new life with Anita. Early in their marriage, they began encountering significant trust challenges. Raj works in IT, frequently travels, often leaving Anita on her own. While he kept his long-standing drinking habits hidden initially, he began drinking privately after 6 months of marriage, inviting acquaintances and his friends over to their home without informing Anita. Since these are people Anita barely knows, their presence makes her feel uncomfortable and even unsafe in her own space. By choosing not to discuss these gatherings with her, Raj is prioritizing his own desire over her comfort and security, creating a gap in mutual respect. His lack of transparency feels like a breach of character. He's failing to act with integrity and accountability, both essential to building trust in their partnership. To Anita, his behavior can feel manipulative, leaving her feeling blamed and even gaslighted when she expresses her concerns. This pattern erodes the trust she has in him, signaling a disregard for her feelings and needs. Further complicating the matters, Raj has also been sending money to his childhood family, to his brothers and sisters, without informing Anita. Given his family background and the sense of duty he feels toward them, he may view this as necessary, but Anita perceives it as a serious breach of transparency and respect. Making financial decisions without mutual agreement after getting into a marriage partnership highlights a willingness to act independently on matters that should involve both partners. Whenever Anita raises concerns about his drinking or hidden financial support to his childhood family, Raj deflects responsibility and places the blame on her instead of taking accountability. This ongoing pattern of avoiding responsibility makes Anita feel manipulated and disregarded, gradually wearing down her trust in him. Over time, Raj's unwillingness to open and honest communications impacts Anita's sense of security and value in their relationships, putting the foundation they need for a healthy partnership at risk. Now, let's talk about competency. In a relationship, competency is about emotional intelligence, communication skills, and ability to handle the challenges together. A competent partner knows how to manage their own emotions, empathize with their partner, and handle conflicts constructively. In our example, Raj fails to show empathy when Anita experiences a family loss. He expects her to be supportive when he is dealing with something similar, but he doesn't reciprocate. This lack of emotional competency leaves Anita feeling unsupported and isolated. Competency also includes sharing responsibilities. Raj expects Anita to take care of home and work, but he doesn't offer any support or appreciation. Over time, this creates resentment as Anita feels overwhelmed and undervalued. Without competency in understanding each other's needs, trust can start to crumble because one partner feels they're always carrying the load. Now, let's talk about consistency. Consistency is all about reliable showing up and creating a stable environment. Small, reliable actions add up over time, creating a foundation of trust. In our example again, Anita and Raj's case, Raj's secret drinking and inconsistent behavior with hosting the people at their home and sending money hidden to his childhood family without Anita's consent all actually make Anita feel unsafe. She can't rely on him to act in a predictable way, supportive way, or all this actually creates a sense of instability in their relationship. This inconsistency impacts Anita's trust because she never knows what to expect. Raj also expects empathy from Anita when he's dealing with something, a personal loss, but doesn't offer her the same when she's going through some personal losses. When support is only one-sided, it's hard for trust to thrive because there is no consistent, dependable emotional presence. Trust in a relationship can also be influenced by each partner's cultural background. Whether it's a love at first sight romance or an arranged marriage, respecting each other's cultural value is very essential. Let's again take our example, and let's say Anita and Raj come from a different cultural background. Anita values emotional and family support while Raj dismisses it. When one partner doesn't respect the other partner's cultural value, it creates a rift in the character, competency, and consistency. Here's the thing, when partners disregard each other's value, it can feel like a lack of respect for who they are. Trust breaks down because a lack of cultural respect signals that one partner isn't willing to understand or embrace what's important to the other person. In love at first sight relationship, trust needs to be intentionally built over time because you might not have a deep understanding of each other's character right away. If one partner lacks integrity or is secretive, like in Raj's case with the drinking and hidden finances, it can especially jar and make the trust difficult to maintain in that relationship. In arranged marriage, there is often an initial commitment based on the family values and compatibility, but trust still needs to grow over time. Breaches in character or competency, such as ignoring each other's family values or failing to share responsibilities, can deeply be hurtful as they go against the cultural expectations that often underpin the arranged marriages. So now the question comes, how can we build trust while honoring each other's cultural backgrounds? Start with character. So genuine respect for your partner's traditions and beliefs. Integrity in relationship means respecting each other's value and not keeping secrets that could impact trust. Then work on competency. Spend at least 20 to 30 minutes every day with your partner talking about and being curious to know about them. Take time to learn about and empathize with each other's backgrounds. For instance, if family support is important to your partner, even if it's different from your own culture, show understanding and value to it. And if your partner values emotional connection, show respect to their values of emotional support and be connected with your partner. When both partners are open-minded, it fosters trust because a relationship takes two people to run the same show. Finally, be consistent. Be consistent in your words and action. Beyond your words of I love you, show consistent support for each other's beliefs and values, not only on the special occasion, but in daily life. This steady, respectful presence will build a deep sense of security within your partner and strengthen your relationship for long term. Trust is one of the most valuable elements in any relationship, and it's built over time through character, competency, and consistency. By honoring each other's cultural background and strengthening the foundation of trust can make our relationship more healthier and more resilient. Whether you're in a love at first sight romance or an arranged marriage, investing in these 3 C's, character, competency, and consistency make all the difference. Before I go, let me leave you with a few questions for reflection to strengthen trust in your own relationship over this weekend and days to come. Ask yourself, how transparent am I with my partner about my needs, habits, And boundaries. Do I show respect for my partner's background and values, even when they differ from my own? How do I respond when my partner shares their concern with me? Am I open to listening? Or do I tend to deflect and defend? And finally, am I consistent in my action and words, showing up as someone my partner can count on, no matter the situation? Trust grows from small actions we take each day to show our love, honesty, and respect to one another. Building it takes an effort, but it creates a foundation that can support you both years to come. There you have it, the 3 C's of trust. And thank you for staying on to the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more relationship insights, which is more important for our mental health. Until next time, remember, building trust is a journey you take together, step by step. Until my next video, stay curious, stay healthy. Signing off, Devi Sundar.